Hi guys, and we are here with Gym Heroes this time. Another investment video, something a bit different for us today. Just to firstly do a disclaimer, these are all my own personal views and I do have a set of them, but I did invest my money into the set. So any purchasing decisions you make are yours and yours alone. I do intend on sharing genuine, honest views based on my experience. To be honest with you, and I am giving you facts as well. I'm picking out facts. But anyway, let's start off with probably one of the highlights of the set, which is the Blaine's Moltres. It's an absolute beauty. So the last sale was $399.99, and that is its peak sale as well. This has a population of 41. The art grade is a 10, and the investment grade for me is an A. So as you can see, its selling price now, today, is, well, not today, but like in this time, is the highest it's ever been, $400. And for me, that's still undervalued. That's why I've given it an investment grade of A. The population is low at 41. It's just a low 41 pop. I mean, it's one of the lowest in this set. The art grade is so strong. You can really see the Moltres. It's an absolute beauty. I mean, in terms against Fossil, against any other artwork, it's just an absolute beaut. And the population is so low because there's so much Hollow 4 that can scratch. For me, it's got a long way to go for growth, and I can definitely see it being a $600 card. It's one of the chase. It is one of the big chase cards of Gym Heroes, but it is number one, so it's the one I had to start with. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's move on to Brock's Rowdon. That's number 2. For me, this is the price before today. Let's start that again. The current price is $75. The peak price was $160. The population is 63. The art grade I've given it is 8, and the investment grade I've given it is B+. So for me, the B+, overall, it's still got a lower pop than over the average of this set. 63 is still considerably quite a low pop. The art grade is only an 8 because I just feel like the Skyridge card, the Magmaverse Aqua card, they're quite strong alternatives to this Rhydon. Obviously, when I do the grading on the art, it is against other Rhydons. There aren't that many to grade it against, and I don't feel like it's the strongest, especially when you consider Aquapolis. It's still a really nice card. It is a low pop, so that's why the investment is B+. And $75 now. It was $160 at some point. That's when it sold for its highest. And yeah, I definitely think it's a card at $75, $80 you should pick up. Next, we move to Erica's Clefable. Population of this is 76. The art grade is 8. And the investment is C+. Sorry, I did this the wrong way round, but the sale price now is around about $80, sorry. And the peak price is $90. So, I mean, the reason why I've given it an investment C+ is because it's an incredibly safe investment. I can't see much movement, and if there is movement, it's only going to go up. It's probably going to break that $100 barrier eventually. The population is 76. That's rather a lot for this set, and it's an 8 because I much prefer the jungle artwork. I mean, it's a cute little card and everything, but the jungle artwork is stronger for me for Clefable. Anyway, let's move on to Erica's Dragonair. This is probably one of my other favourite cards in the set, just behind the Blaine's Moltres. The current price is $120, and its peak price was $350. The population is 76. The art grade I've given it is 9, and the investment grade I've given it is A. I mean, I'm saying A because right now it should be higher. $120 is a bargain. Anything sub $150 for me is a total bargain. 76, you could say, yeah, it's a high pop like Erica's Clefable. But this has so much more character to it. Dragonair is a more desirable species on top of that. The art grade is 9 because for me, I think the base artwork is quite strong. And the Delta species does Dragonair excellently. I mean, overall the sets, I think... Delta species in particular, that set is very strong Dragonair. But again, such a strong card for me, and it is the one maybe I would suggest in this video that you go out and buy now if you can get it for sub $150. It was peak price $350. Of course, that's because the population has moved up, but either way, I still think it's a great investment. Next, we move on to the Erica's Vileplume. This is number 5 in the set. What can you say about this card? The current value is around about $76. Its peak value is 122. And the population is 82. So it's not a low pop card. The art grade is 9 for me, and the investment is a B. So the reason why I've given this an art grade of a 9 is because I think it is a bit better than the Team Rocket Vileplume. Hidden Legends is a very close competitor. I mean, it's a nice Vileplume card. The holofoil isn't excellent, but you do get to see the whole of the Pokemon species, and I think Erica's trainer works brilliantly with Vileplume. The investment grade B, I just don't think there's not going to be much movement. It's a safe bet in terms of $75. I think that's probably where the price will be coming in the next year. It might creep up. I can't really see it going down to $50 personally. So that's a safe bet. If you buy this, add it to your collection, enjoy it, and then lock it away. Next, we move on to LT Surge's Electabuzz. So the current price is around about $61. The peak price it's ever gone for is $110. The population is 126. So that is the biggest pop of this set, I believe. The art grade is a 10. And the investment is a B+. So let's go, firstly, let's start with the art grade. Why have I given it a 10? The Electabuzz EX is the only competition in this area for Electabuzz, and this card is stronger. LT Surge matches Electabuzz perfectly. You've got great Thunder Strikes coming out behind him, and it's actually just a really good, strong card. The investment B+. The reason why I've given it a plus is because at $61, I know the pop's high, and there's probably not massive growth soon, but $61, it's WOTC, it's first edition, it's Gen Min 10. You know, might as well just buy it and lock it away. I think that's a great steal, to be honest. Next, we move on to the infamous LT Surge's Fearow. Population of 49. The art grade is 10. And the investment is B+. And yet again, I've done it again. The current price is $210.50, and the peak price is $220. Now, for the art grade, it's a 10 because no Fearow comes near. I mean, you can't even argue it. I looked for other Fearow artworks, non-holo, holofoil, all over sets. The LT Surge is the most beautiful Fearow card you're going to find. It's actually made Fearow quite elegant, when I don't think Fearow is an elegant Pokemon in the slightest. I mean, obviously, it's the evolution of a Sparrow, which just aren't elegant birds in themselves. But Fearow really does look elegant here. Holofoil is amazing too. The reason why I gave it a B+ for the investment is because it's low pop and there's a large surface area for scratches on the card. It's also a beautiful card. I mean, yeah, that has to count for something, and it certainly does. Of course, the peak price and the current price aren't that different, but I can see this card being $300 down the line. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. And yeah, I'd less than 50 pop, I would say. That's a great pickup. Don't worry, they're not all positive, guys, even though this is my set. I do feel overall the set is a positive, and I do feel the population is, the price for it is a bit lower overall than it should be right now. But then again, you could say that for quite a few sets, I guess. Right, the LT Surge is Magneton. Let's go into this guy. So the current price is $64. The peak price it's ever been at is $85. It's a fairly common card that gets traded about quite often. The pop is 77, the art grade is 8, and the investment is B. There's not loads to say about this card. The art grade 8 is because I much prefer the Fossil. I also prefer the Dark Magneton to the LT Surge's Magneton. It's not that this card is bad, don't get me wrong. It's not. It's just not as strong as those two. And the investment is a B because it's a safe investment. I can't see this card going up or down in price. It's going to be, well, it's going to be in that range, isn't it? $50 to $100, I think, probably for the foreseeable future. Next, we move on to Misty Sidra. Hello. The current price is $102. The peak price it's ever been at is $155. Population is 84. The art grade is 10. Oh, big one that. Investment is B+. Oh, I told a little lie there. The actual current price for this is $60, around $60, which is interesting. Special mention to Dragon Frontiers for the Sidra. I would definitely go search that now. The art grade on this is a 10 because there's no other holofoil that matches it. But the Sidra from Dragon Frontiers is a great card. It really does enthusiastically show off the card's character and the Pokemon's character. And I think B plus is because I think anything below $75 for this card, Gem Mint 10 first edition WOTC, just go for it. Absolutely go for it. This set overall is undervalued in my opinion. I think the pops, they're mainly below 100, and when you compare it to Team Rocket, the prices are definitely in a good range for Gym Heroes. Obviously, I'll summarise at the end, but next we move on to Misty's Tentacruel. Current price is $72. The peak price it's ever been at is 115. Its population is 76 in the world. The art grade is a 7, unfortunately, and the investment is a B, which is a theme along this set. The investment is a B. There are some A's. I'll definitely go and pick them out as soon as possible. Right, the art grade is a 7. Why is that? Tentacruel can be done so much better than this card. Aquapolis is definitely one I'd pick out. And then also the Legend Maker card for Tentacruel. If you don't know what that one is, go search that. The investment is a B. The artwork's okay, sure. It's still first edition WOTC. It's still a PSA 10 grade. I just can't see any massive price movement. It's going to be in that range again. Overall, as a set, I think this is a really good set to go for. Don't get me wrong, because I think the price will go up as a set overall. If you had the set and each card increased by $10 or $20, then you'll see some change. But I think these particular cards that I've been going through specifically, maybe they're not going to see massive price movements anytime soon. Although I would say they will years down the line, but again, that's personal opinion and it's also speculation, which is basically what this is. I mean, if you're not a collector and just in it for the investing, I wouldn't suggest that. You need to enjoy these cards because, you know, what if the worst happens? I mean, you might as well enjoy them if the worst does happen in terms of finance. But again, I don't think that's a realistic situation or scenario that's going to happen. Next, we have the Rockets Hitmonchan. Current price is a stellar $61. The peak price it's ever received is $100. The pop is 87, so quite a bit. The art grade is a 10, and the investment is a B. For me, the art grade is a 10 because nothing comes close to this Hitmonchan, not even the base set. It's a really intimidating Hitmonchan, and it's as well as it can be done, in my opinion. It's really nice to see a different sort of Hitmonchan, one that's in... Oh, sorry, that's in the Rocket Trainer set. It's cool. I really like it. It wouldn't be out of place in the Team Rocket set either. $61 is a great price again for this first edition WOTC. I just can't believe I'm saying that. $60. It's ridiculous. It's just silly. Yeah, I could definitely see that being a $100 card, no doubt about it. Next, I can't really say much wrong with the values of these cards because I really do think they're cheap. In my other investment videos, believe me, I'm not that positive about some cards and their prices, but I am quite positive overall about Gym Heroes. On the Rockets Moltres, $141. You could pick it up for now, right now, today. So if you're watching this in 2 years' time, please get rid of anything I've said. It might be half the price, it might be double, who knows. The peak price is $210. The population is 79. The art grade is an 8, unfortunately, and the investment is a B+. So why do I give this an art grade of an 8? It's overshadowed by Blaine's Moltres, unfortunately. Blaine's Moltres is an absolute beauty. This card, there's nothing wrong with it, don't get me wrong. It's just not as beautiful as Blaine's Moltres. Simple as that. It's not, and it's as strong as Fossil, I would say. I would say it's as strong as Fossil. Although the Moltres body might look a bit strange because obviously you got the whole of the Pokemon in the artwork. The investment is a B+. Why? It's a desirable card. It's a legendary. Yeah, the pop is 79. Does that really matter with a Moltres so much? I don't think so. Not as much as other cards. Right then, where do we move on to now? We move on to the Rocket Cypher. So we're halfway through. Unlucky 13, some could say. This card was actually quite an interesting one for me when I was researching it. So the current price is $215. So that's quite a bit more than I got this for. Considerably more, actually. And the peak price is $225 again. Population is 49, so relatively low. The art grade is 9, and the investment is B+. Yet again, don't we love that B+? The reason why I only got a 9 on the art grade, as you can see, I'm trying to be quite nice on the art grades. The Team Rocket's Team Rocket Return, EX is stronger for me, although it does have Rocket Cypher in quite a powerful stance. You don't really get the full Rocket Cypher immersion that maybe you should get from the card. And the investment is B+. It's a low pop card. It's under 50. Holofoil is prone to scratching. There's great room for price growth, even if the peak is near. I could definitely see it hit $300. It's a nice card. There's not too much more to say about it, really. But yeah, it's a cool card. Next, there is something to talk about on this one. We are talking about the Sabrina's Gengar. For me, maybe second to Blaine's Moltres in this set. The current price you can pick this up for is a stellar $250. I know $250 is a lot of money, but I think that's a great price. And the peak price is $300. So the pop for this is 51, so only just a bit more than Rocket Cypher. The art grade is 10 and the investment is A+. Let's go to the art grade first. I think this is a top Gengar card. It stands out from the competition in regards to WOTC. You can definitely disagree. Fossil is one. Neo Destiny is probably the weakest. I've already said that. But the EX cards of Gengar are very strong too. But I'm still going to stick to my guns and give this a 10. The investment is A+. Why is that? Look, it's a low pop. Holofoil is easy to scratch. It's a desirable species against the Cypher, which only has 2 less in population and is around about the same price range. It's a $400 card, this one, for me. It really is. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. You compare it to some Gym Challenge holofoils that are in the $400 range. I have no idea why this isn't. Again, personal opinions, guys. You can totally disagree with me in the comments. Actually, I invite you to. Next on, we move on to the trainers. So this is Brock, as you can see. So Brock is $79 right now. His peak is 145. His population is actually a mighty low 41. The art grade is a 9 and the investment is an A+ yet again. Let's go to the art grade. Gym trainers are strong, but Misty and LT Surge are stronger in this particular set. I also think Sabrina from Gym Challenge, Giovanni as well, very strong. Brock, he is a main character, don't get me wrong, especially in the anime, but it's just a bit weaker. Still very, 9's a very respectable grade. Investment A+. Why is this? I can already hear you. Why is this? The population is low. It's 41. Same pop as the population as the Blaine's Moltres. The Blaine's Moltres is a $400 card, and the Brock is an $80. Of course, the population isn't the only measure of price, but it is a measure. And for me, yeah, I would say it's a $80. I mean, surely this should be $150 to $200 in that range just because of the low pop. People chasing the full set of this need this card. It's got around about the same pop as the Dark Magneton, just in case you were checking. I know the Team Rocket set is maybe more popular, but I mean, yeah, for me, standout investment if you can get this for $80, absolute standout. Next, we move on to Erica. Hello, Erica. Currently, the price is about $64, $63.74 if you want to be exact. The peak price was $130. Population is at 71. The art grade is 8, and the investment is C+. Oh, sounds a bit harsh, doesn't it? Art grade 8. It's the weakest of all the trainers in this set, no doubt. And to be honest, I think it might be the weakest if you include Gym Challenge and maybe some other sets that you have the trainer holofoils. C+, the pop is higher, is 30 higher than Brock, and there's only a $20 difference. It's also a weaker character when compared to Brock. I mean, in popularity and desirability in the anime. And the artwork is just a bit boring. These are my own cards, by the way. These are my own collection. And I am just trying to be very honest with you guys. Yeah, it's still a very cool card, don't get me wrong. But we are comparing it against the rest of WOTC, the rest of Gym Heroes, and the rest of Pokemon. I would leave this closer to the end of your collection journey of Gym Heroes if you decide to collect that particular set. LT Surge. Now, I wouldn't have a bad word said about this card, however. The current price is $80, so about the same as the Brock. And the peak is $145 as well, which is pretty damn cool. Population for this is 53. Art grade is 10. Strongest trainer from Gym Heroes. It matches Sabrina, in my opinion, from Gym Challenge, and the investment is an A. Why is the investment an A? It has got a larger pop than Brock, but I do think in terms of arc and the holofoil background, this guy is stronger. He's shown a bit more of his character. He's smiling for one. I mean, that definitely helps. And then you've got this really cool, like a gym badge symbol behind him. yeah, I think it's just perfect for LT Surge. It really shows his character well. Next, we move on to Misty. This was actually a small surprise for me when I was getting the research for this. The current price is $146, and that is also the same as the peak price, interestingly. The population is 82. The art grade is 10. Yes, a massive 10. Investment, never guess, a B+. The art grade is 10. It is the most popular character from Gym Heroes in the anime. Just in general, the desirability of Misty in the Pokemon trading card game is high. Investment B+, is a desirable card, and it will always yield popularity and demand. There's no doubt about it. You know, $146, maybe in comparison to Brock and Surge. I mean, you could buy both of those for the same price as this. Personal preference there, I would go for Brock and LC Surge. For starters, don't get me wrong, definitely pick up Misty eventually. And next, well, when I say next, I mean last. Last off, we have the Rocket's Trap. $82 currently. For the price, $82. The peak price was $98. The population is 91. Art grade is an 8. And the investment is C+. Wow, I went a bit hard on this one as well. The art grade is an 8 is because it's overshadowed by the Focus Trainer arts. There's no doubt of that for me. I mean, even Erica is probably a bit stronger. It's just a bit more focused. You've got their gym badges in the background. Again, personal opinion, you can completely disagree. Investment is a C+, because it's got a high population of 91, and the price between the now and the peak, there isn't that much difference. Again, it's maybe one I would wait for to pick up later on in your collecting journey. So let's just quickly summarize now. Right, so let's do the overall. Let's do the overall price. That's always interesting, isn't it? So if you sold all of these like today, or the last sale these got on eBay or whatever, then you would be able to obtain $2,376. It's peak sales, so that's if you sold each individual card at its highest ever price it's demanded. That's $3,305. That's a difference of around $930. What are my opinions on this set for the future? I'm keeping it. I mean, frankly, I'll just put that out there. I'm keeping it. It's a great set to pick up at the right price. Plan your purchases, and you can get a very decent return, I think, in the future. You've seen what happened to Gym Challenge. There's no reason for me why it can't happen to Gym Heroes. Obviously, you had that massive increase because of Blaine's Charizard. But, I mean, there's Blaine's Moltres in here. They're not as desirable as Charizard. Don't get me wrong. Don't think I'm, throwing you off on the wrong course. But there are desirable cards in here that could really push the price boundary, and that in general pushes up the price. Sealed product has also been increasing in price. Gym Heroes was around about $500 to $1,000 cheaper on a booster box than now. And it's just got unique trainer Pokemon. It's WOTC era, unique designs, desirable species. And there are some low pop chase cards in there as well. You got the Brock, you got the Blaine's Moltres, and the Gym Challenge did spike. So then, guys, that is the end of that. I hope you enjoyed looking at my collection, and I hope you enjoyed my points. Obviously, the facts are only true of right now. But, guys, thanks very much for watching. I'm Connor, and that is me done for the day. See you later, guys. Bye. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please like. Hit that bell button. And go and follow our social media. Oh, and don't forget gradedgem.com. Thanks, guys.